Manage to get yourself the right rhythm, the right momentum, and fly up. Managing to just barely nick the bars, go into a quick tumble, and glide yourself across the finish line.
As
Nora, make another
line, they just disappear. And I land on my 2 feet, and I'm like, oh shit. I really wanted to win! No! Like, oh, god damn it! I really wanted to win. Ooh.
Everyone is in stunned silence. Wyatt hasn't even gotten out of the pit.
Oh no. I'm just like on the other side of the finish line, like, oh no. She was really focused on winning. Whatever it took. Well, it's not you! Technically, well, no, I guess we definitely broke contact at some point. Ooh.
Now it's gonna be awkward.
Oh. I mean, technically, I could just pass it off as like something I can do. Like it's a spell.
You could say that.
Yeah, just do that. But I can
Deception.
only do it once. Deception. Oh, deception's only +3. Bro, we already know my deception is trash.
Okay, so Nora's climbing out of the pit.
Cussing Talavin the full way out.
Managed to make your way out. Talavin, you're the only one standing at the other end of the finish line. They haven't even attempted the last obstacle.
Wait, what's the last obstacle?
The bars.
The bars.
Oh, so I fell down and had to start at the beginning?
The bars again, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one thing between us, the bars.
Okay. Okay. I just keep saying... Okay, sorry. We're serious. Nora's going to take her time with the bars, but make it across.
Make a strength check.
Please. Okay. 15.
15, that'll be enough. You hand over fist. It's slower, but more methodical. Manage to make it all the way across and drop down.
I'm gonna grab Talavin's wrist or her ear or something, and we are... I'm pulling her out of that room.
Grabbing her, and you notice as soon as you've officially crossed the line, the other obstacles slowly begin falling out of place and becoming once again a solid floor. Unfortunately, right after you finish the monkey bars and walk across, they back into the ground. Grab her, pulling back as they just watch you.
Oh dear.
Do we have to walk all the way back to the beginning?
Walking out.
Like walk past them? There's only one door?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm still doing it.
I look like I'm about to get like a very high scolding child. And I'm just like shoulder slumped. Maybe like a small
Wyatt and Jacob haven't even bothered standing up. Zoom is just locked in place as he watches you guys pass. He didn't even turn around. March her out.
Oh god.
I'm gonna take her. Where's a good place to go? I'm gonna take her back up to my room.
March
She's
her
just
all
gonna
the way up,
parade me
back
through the entire house by my ear.
I am.
Okay.
By your ear. We are going.
It is done. You managed to hike her all the way up to your room. Close the door behind you.
was only thinking about winning. Oh my god. Do you think we could just erase their memories?
No!
Oh dear. Oh god. Oh.
Like, Malik told you to keep it a secret, didn't he?
No.
He didn't tell you anything?
Technically, I
That was-
really only work with the Bay with my wings.
And she didn't indicate at all that you should keep it a secret?
Oh no, I don't remember. There's a lot of electricity, okay? My brain gets a little fried.
I understand. But it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. Now what? Now what do you tell them?
I don't know that I can do that with a spell sometimes. It's a spell.
It's a spell?
Yeah. That I can use once a day.
I mean, technically, yeah, but
Technically, that's not lying.
if you really want to try to pass it off as that, I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Whatever, they're probably still invasive anyway.
You lie.
Oh shoot! This was on the first day.
Oh no.
Yep.
Now what?
Now I regret all my decisions. God damn it.
You should listen to the pigeon.
No! I always listen to the pigeon. It always makes the right decisions. I have to make bad decisions. It's in my blood.
Alright, you can try to tell them.
I mean, I could just tell them the truth. And it doesn't have to be anything about you. And I don't have to lie. Because we all know I'm really bad at it. You're good at it. You lie for me.
I'm not gonna lie for you.
Okay, then. I won't lie. Because I don't you. Wyatt will see right the fuck through me. He already does. I mean, like, at some point they were gonna find out. I mean, what, are you just never gonna use them? You're gonna do all of this practice and just never use them? Yes? Or
I'm
no?
gonna check by the door. There's no one walking by, is there?
Hey, your passive perception didn't pick up anybody walking through.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I mean, I'm just saying. What's the point of having them if you don't use them? Even though I will admit that was super simple dumb shit. Okay, I just really thinking about winning, and I'm gonna like sit down and meditate for a second and see if I can talk to Bae for the first time ever.
So, Bae, I'm in trouble.
So, yo, what up? Did you ever tell me I wasn't supposed to tell people about this? Because, super fucked it up. Like I usually
Make a
do.
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save is plus 16.
Don't hear anything.
Oh, come on, damn it. Hey, look, I know you're always telling me I should talk to you in this realm, you know? I could really use your advice. You know, that subconscious thought that is usually there that suddenly seems like it's not. I know I'm probably super fucked up, but you should definitely help a girl out. Do I just tell them?
Another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. 17?
Distractions of the moment. The weight of what you just revealed really setting in. And making you have a hard time reaching out.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna clear my head.
Nora's pacing.
Yeah, Nora's pacing in the background. I'm just gonna like really clear my head and just try to empty it, do a couple breathing exercises, and just really focus. And I'm gonna think about her voice. just gonna, like, envision her in my head. And I'm gonna try one more time and be like, hey,
Go wisdom saving throw.
please help.
Can I go back like a couple seconds and say that I said all the stuff in Elvish? Is it too late?
Sure.
Okay. Just saying. First full
19. It's like one better.
19. You're sitting there focusing, allowing your mind to clear. You do see a lupine form.
Oh god, I'm so scared now.
And you're also feeling
Oh shit. This is before breakfast. Like, I just had one good moment with her, like, literally less than an hour
14
ago.
points lightning damage rack through your body. You, Nora, see your cousin's spine convulse as she arches back in this silent shriek
So
as it releases. Yeah. You know, there are a lot of stupid things you've done, but this particular instance, I've got to say, takes it all. What were you thinking?
I don't even want to say what I was thinking in the moment. Please don't make me repeat it. It'll just cause
I
further
want
injury.
you to repeat. What was it? I think I heard a fragment of something. Do you know what I've warned you about this? I know I have. Alec has also warned you about these things. Talavin. No, this whole thing that you have going here is rare. Understand that word, right? Rare means hard to find. And you, oh so subtly, demonstrated in front of the people who you've really had to earn their trust. Demonstrated not only a level of intelligence, but the amount of how much you care about keeping this a secret.
Oh dear.
About protecting one of the most precious secrets out there. Many people believe that it's myth and legend that people like you exist. And here you are, getting trapped. A simple 25-foot gap. Flailing about like a seagull. A gutter.
It was. Ooh, yeah. Really don't have one for this one. I really don't. It was.
You know what? I'm going to do this because I can. You feel another racking sensation. You were dealt 10 points more lightning damage.
Nora knows exactly what's going on because of all the lightning sounds and screams from the dreamscape.
I'm probably
Yeah,
actually.
she's got a pretty good idea.
Huh?
Do I have to roll to like guess what's going on?
No, you're pretty smart. I'd say you got an idea of what's going on.
Okay, Nora's stopped pacing and she's leaning up against the wall and like smirking.
Look, I'm sorry that your patron is so sweet and loving and nothing bad ever happens to you, okay? I have to learn shit the hard way.
You do choose the hard way.
Okay, at least I'm staying in character. I kinda am, okay? You can't fault me for that.
It's okay. Sure. I'm going to go away now.
If we're really
And I hope...
honest, I really don't understand the gravity. Nora might, but really, I'm telling it doesn't.
Just think about it. Just think about it. How many people do you know that can actually do something like this? On all your travels, you ever meet anyone like it? No, of course not. They wouldn't just go flouting this about everywhere. I'm going to go away now. I'm probably not going to see you tonight, or the next night, as I'm going to spend time nuking the entire forest.
You wouldn't rather
Silence.
just nuke me in training?
Silence.
I'm just gonna stay in my room all day. Maybe just let him think about it. It's fine.
Do you leave and go back to your room?
Nope. I'm gonna stay in Nora's room all day.
Get out!
You can't make me!
Technically, this is the first day, so Nora would need to do some enchanting, but would that change things?
Probably not for her. She'd probably be like, sorry, buddy. That's on you.
Talavin, you know I'm with you, and I stand behind you.
I feel a butt coming on.
When you do things like that, it makes it really, really hard. I hope you realize what you put me through. No, do you know what you put me through? Okay, go think about it. Okay. Nora's just gonna open the door.
Is there anybody out there?
No.
I'm just gonna skeeter to my room next door. And just close the door.
I was going to angrily mumble to herself and start enchanting, just like, something concrete, something to focus on. Yes. So that way I get all my checks in.
Before, as you get all of your supplies out, you actually hear.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go answer the door.
Oof.
Just creak it open. Creak.
Quiet.
Of course it is. God damn it. Just kind of looks at him. Like expectantly, like hoping he'll speak first, and just like yes.
I usually don't ask things like this, but can I come in?
Yes. Like opens the door. Like opens it wider and lets him step in, and then
obviously uncomfortable entering a room kind of alone, but more so seeming to process. Like you can see that processing signal just over his brow. Goes over and just leans against the wall, arms folded. How long has she been able to do that?
a while now.
Right. Right. Huh? So, it's a thing. It's an important thing. She... Does that happen naturally?
Naturally?
Yeah. There are... I mean, people tell stories of people that, can do that kind of thing. You're one of those people.
As far as I know, hers is natural.
Great.
I'm sorry she showed you all in the way that she did. It must have been very startling and unnerving.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't change who she is, though. She's still the same.
It explains a lot more about her personality. Was she raised by, like, other people? Was she, like, raised somewhere else? Away from other people? That's the only thing I can think of.
No. She was raised with parents within a civilization.
For a little while.
So she would know something like that would, scare everyone. Freak them out a little.
No, I don't think she would realize that. No. Obviously she didn't realize that.
I mean, if that's what she was going for, then great.
She
Great.
got what she wanted.
Oh dear.
She's probably gonna get it anyway, and I have never seen a lock built like that before. Arm is stuck. I swear I'm not that bad.
I wasn't
Great.
paying attention.
Is there anything else Jacob and I should know? It seemed Jacob asked Zoom about it. Zoom doesn't talk much, which I actually appreciate about the guy. But Zoom kind of seemed to have some kind of idea. He know about that?
As far as I know, he doesn't, or he didn't know anything.
You seem to know about it.
A little bit. Mainly what she tells me.
Can you do that too?
Go ahead, roll that deception check, Kinzakin. Roll that deception check.
Not that I know of.
Deception check.
Oh no! Look what you've done!
That's a +7 though.
But it's against Wyatt. That's cocked.
That's cocked.
Okay. No!
He's got to roll. I mean, that's
Deception?
still pretty good. It's +7. It's like 16.
That's 16. That's not good against the rogue.
I mean,
16.
and you're lying to him. You're breaking all the trust that he had. Oof, 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 oof. Look at his face.
I know.
Yeah.
You better not ask me, because I got to just learn from you.
Ah, shoot.
He just leaves?
Leaves.
We lost them.
Dang. All those questions that'll never be answered. Hey, I didn't lie to him. I wasn't going to lie to him. I was going to tell him all about what I know. Not really. Not all of it.
Nora's going to open the door as he's walking down the hallway. What you've done? Do this. Wait. I'm sorry.
Persuasion roll. Disadvantage.
That's a 2. Nope. That's a 2. Persuasion? 6 total. Not enough.
His steps falter, and it slows, but he's still walking.
It's not something you share lightly.
Make another persuasion check.
Why am I? Okay. Persuasion 19.
Stops. He doesn't turn around. He stops.
Haven't you wondered why I'm on the run?
Oh. Damn.
His head does turn slightly to listen.
To listen. There are a lot of very dangerous people who are after me, likely because of my abilities. It is a lot more complicated than that. But didn't want to trouble you all with it, seeing as I don't know if I can run forever. I understand if you want to leave, though.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Damn, he really about to just dip out.
Yeah, natural 20.
It literally doesn't get any better. Well, for her.
So, persuasion 24. Nora is definitely crying, though. Definitely. Well, not like... Okay, no, there's like the tears, like the trying to hold them back because she doesn't want to lose her newfound friend and she wants to know that backstory.
She was.
Because he really wants to know that backstory.
Oh my god!
And if he leaves, I'm never gonna get it.
That's true.
I'd say she's also like not like fully in the hallway. She's kind of like clinging to the door frame, like half. Does that make sense? Like shoulder against it, like. So he turns around though.
He does. Just pulls his arm. They're still kind of sticky. He pulls his arms free and he actually marches directly up to you.
Okay.
Pulls this fragment of cloth out of his pocket. Kind of shoves it in your hand and pushes you into the room. He shuts the door. Wyatt himself doesn't necessarily have this, for lack of a better, he's skilled. He's quiet and he's reserved and he keeps to himself. I've never seen him this kind of intense before.
Oh no.
He has this almost darkened aura just around him. Almost from the hood leaking out. Almost like extra shadows are clinging to his form, just pulsing around him. As he shuts the door abruptly, holds up a single finger, barely a foot away from you. Don't ever lie to me. Handle it from strangers. Can't handle it from anyone else. Don't ever lie to me again.
I'm so sorry I put you in this situation.
She just she's stunned, obviously, not seeing him like that before, just kind of like jerkily nuts.
She nods.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that too.
Yes.
Anything else need to be aware of? Need to know about? If we're going to be traveling together, Jacob's in there right now, packing up.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Do you want us to go? Want him to go? Do you want me to go?
No. I don't.
You don't know if you can do anything else.
Other than spells and invocations? No.
Who's after you?
Okay, hang on. What's
The danger.
what's the setup right now?
He kind of shoved you in through the door. He shut the door behind. As far as I'm aware, you're still just standing there, and he's just standing there directly in front of you, hand near the door. Less than a foot or so away from you.
A lot of people, actually. All from the High Council of the Feywild.
I don't actually know what that means. Get down. Real small words if you have to.
So it would be as if all of the kings and queens of this land had a boss, had someone above them. That's them. In the Feywild, they take care of governing between districts, and they handle a lot of secrets. They are all very, very old and very powerful beings.
You don't know why they want you. You think there's something to do with this.
I have a few ideas. I think it has something to do with kind of gestures of that. There are a few other things that it could be, but it gets complicated. Well, I suppose you probably noticed Talavin and I look nothing alike, for the most part. We're both half drow. I'm part dryad. What was the question?
Who these people are, why they're after you.
Okay, yes. When we were, she kind of like, not rolls her eyes, but like looking back at a memory or something like that, looks to the side when we were playing our game or whatever you wanted to call it. I told you I had a lot of siblings and that I didn't know why. That's because I'm from a broken household. My mother is a dryad from the Feywild, and my father is a drow elf from Merryweather Timbergrove. And every year there's a ceremony where a dryad and a drow meet at the edge of the Feywild and the Primordial Plane. And I am the result of that encounter. I'm known as the child of the encounter. That is my title. To laugh. So I spent my childhood between Merryweather Timbergrove and the Feywild. These council members that are after me now were my tutors. They each taught me a subject. They have contacted me individually, and they've said I'm some sort of key, and that I'm gonna cause the end of the world. It's, like I said, it's really complicated.
I get that.
I understand if you don't want to get mixed up in this situation any farther, because it is dangerous and it is unreal. Ah! Talavin is one of the only other ones who knows this information. And you now.
Anything else?
Ooh, Nora gets, she gets really tense at this one, and really, really shaky. It needs a minute. There is someone who helps me when it comes to averting the council. I don't know what to say about him. He was one of my tutors, but he's the one who got me out of the Feywild whenever it first came that they were after me. He told me to flee and has given me information on their whereabouts.
Is she hiding anything else?
Oh.
Am I hiding?
No, she said, is she? Was he talking about me?
Okay.
Not there.
No, because you kind of broke out. Like, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so is she hiding anything else?
Probably. Almost definitely. You may be better at getting information out of her than I have, because I get the feeling she's not sharing everything with me. In terms of abilities, I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. Do you know anything of her backstory? I don't want to divulge too much because it feels like a betrayal. I wouldn't want to speak on her behalf. Although I do that from time to time.
At least you're honest.
Most of the time.
At that point, he backs away and just leans into the door, arms folded. As the more you talked, the less he seemed to be very, very close, and the more he retracted. Circle.
What'd you say?
Circle.
Is that the name on the contract? The name on the contract?
Yeah. Not the only one with people interested in you. Trying to find you.
Who is it?
Circle. I don't have any other name. I was from Pasto. And the family moved out to a bigger city. We're only there for, well, I was only there for a week. Became evident as to why they were able to make the move. I thought I was going to work for someone. It was a trade. I didn't have this before them. I don't even know what it does. It just works sometimes. Evidently, they weren't happy with it. Whatever they were doing. It's their occupation. That's eventually when Jacob found me. That's everything. That's all I know.
What was the name? When Circle found him?
Somebody in Pasto.
Circle.
And then, but he said, so his family was from Pasto? And they moved to a bigger city to trade him?
His family traded him?
So that they could have a better life. And whoever they traded him to gave him this. But whatever it was didn't work. And so they made him into a...
Said they weren't satisfied with whatever it was they were doing.
But he doesn't know what they were doing. And so they turn him into a prostitute.
Do you see things? What do you see?
Things. Just things. Glimpses.
The future?
There are creatures and people. And I don't know, it just does stuff sometimes. That's all there is to me. If we're going to be traveling together, if I'm going to go in there and convince Jacob that we need to stay, that's what you want, if that's what you think she wants, tell me now.
I told you I wouldn't lie to you. I do want you all to stay. It is nice to be able to talk to people and ones that I should have trusted with this information a little while ago, but it's done now. For your sake.
That much I get.
For your sake. You should probably leave for your own sake, but I can't lie to you. I don't want you to go.
Okay. Turns and walks out.
Yeah, Talavin so bad.
After a while, Talavin, you hear a knock on your door.
She stands up from the corner she was hiding in with her notebook. Just like sitting in the corner hiding. Super slowly gets up and walks over to the door and cracks it open a little bit to make sure it's not Nora with a giant sword.
You see a familiar half-orc face.
Oh no. I will open the door. Yes, I will open the door. I'll never do that because I was looking at the ceiling. Oh, you just waved. Okay. I like look past him to see if there's.
No one else.
Oh man. I'll open the door and gesture and see if he wants to come in, I guess. Man. No, I gotta do explainings. No, I don't want to do explaining kinds.
I think you do.
Steps in slowly and closes the door.
Listening to the shit you were having to say, like, now I feel like I didn't really understand the brevity. But I did, just FYI. I didn't realize people were gonna be scared of me. I didn't know it was a scary thing. Okay. I'll just like sit down in one of the chairs that might be in the room. If there's no chairs, I'll just sit down on the ground. It's fine.
There are chairs. He sits across, away from you.
I'll like gesture. I will link with him.
That didn't go well.
Nope. Nope.
You can see he's trying to smile, like
It's okay.
in addition to anything.
Yeah, that. My usual rashness and inability to think catches up to me as usual.
I mean, it looked pretty cool. I thought I knew what I saw, but I didn't know really when we were in the swamps. Are you okay?
I mean, I'm physically fine. I don't really know how everybody else is doing now that happened. Nora gave me a little bit of insight though. And feeling a little on the guilty side that I just kind of sprung that one on everybody. Definitely should have been a talk beforehand type of thing, apparently.
That might have been a better idea.
Yeah. Like I said, inability to think ahead. I don't know.
Jacob,
No, dear.
edgy.
Yeah.
With your passive perception, you actually notice some of his armor is a little bit ruffled, like the shirt underneath of his armor is just slightly ruffled.
17.
Yeah.
Did he do that?
He wanted to know if I knew what was going on. I can't. Don't know how to. I can't.
Well, I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
It's not
The first
really.
time.
Well, it's the first time it was my fault, so it's really not.
This is nothing. Take it. Keep taking it.
I mean, I don't even know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I mean, it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself. Not to me, at least. Just wanted to make sure you were okay. Make sure Nora didn't come beat you up too hard.
I'm sure that'll come later.
Your ear's bruised. It's all purple.
My ear's like a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm sure she'll retaliate some other way later on.
It was really cool, though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, besides as I've been told, flapping like a seagull in a gutter, it was not my finest moment. It was definitely one of the top.
I've never seen a seagull.
It was definitely the lowest on the totem pole for me for graceful moments. I just imagine Bae pacing in my head saying that over and over, just like,
If you need anything, you know you got me, right?
yes. I know. My God, I literally can't do it. I couldn't break this man's heart if it literally killed me. Like, I can't do it.
I'll leave you alone. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Even if I don't really deserve it right now.
It's okay. Gets up and has very, very hesitantly, but you've got a little bit of hair that was kind of whipped around and frazzled that you haven't bothered to fix. You brushes it back just a smidge over your pointed ear. Leaves.
I'm gonna give it a solid 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna, like, peek my head out the door. Is there anybody in the hallway?
Jin is actually flying down to Nora's room.
I close the door. Shit.
Hear a very faint. Nora? Nora?
I'd say at this point, Nora's probably just laying on the floor with her hand over her head, just like this.
No.
Like, yes, Jen?
It's about. I don't actually have a watch because it's in the main room, but didn't know if you needed any help with enchanting today.
Oh, man.
Not right now. I'm sorry.
You all right? Sound muffled, and not just through the door.
No,
Do you want me to come back later?
please. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Kill Talavin is all.
Sorry, what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Right. Luck with that, I suppose.
Oh, God.
Talavin, you here?
Oh, no! If I said 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes, I could have got there first. Oh, I'm technically still standing at the door.
Talavin,
Oh.
you there?
Yes. What's up,
Sorry to bother you. Do you know if Nora's feeling all right? She's feeling poorly?
She could potentially be feeling, a lot of, I guess more considered rage than, like, feeling unwell.
Rage? Nora?
I guess technically it'd be more like, oh, it's like passive-aggressive rage, because we all know she's not super into, like, you know, just getting straight to, like, the I'll kill you part. Maybe just more like a, I'm gonna do something
What happened?
your ditch. Well, you know, my normal buck-ups. They just happened to include her in my most recent screw up.
May I come in? It's very odd talking through the door. Ching flutters in, sets herself down on one of the nearby tables. How you all right?
Besides being literally scared for my life right now. No.
Scared for your. I'm sorry?
No, Nora's actually going to kill me at some point within the next week. 99%. If I make it out alive.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Why? What happened?
We were doing this obstacle course. And
Yes?
I was winning.
It's fun.
And then she caught up to me and we fell. And I did something that sort of was supposed to be a secret. And apparently people don't like it when you do this certain ability that I have. And afterwards, she had very few choice words to say to me. Yep.
Did you cheat? It doesn't seem like the kind of person.
No, I definitely cheated. I
She
definitely
doesn't seem
need.
like the kind of person to get upset over. If it was just for fun. I mean, you didn't place bets or anything, did you?
No. Although, technically, you can't really bet on yourself because that is kind of cheating.
If it's for fun, then sure, bet all you want on yourself.
I mean, shit. What? I feel like I need to ask Nora about this now because I feel unsure in all the things that I do. She just knows better than I do. Can I just go over there real quick and ask her a couple questions?
I thought you were afraid for your life.
Yes, but I'm gonna be more scared for my life if I say something I'm not supposed to. That 1% chance of living that I had might disappear.
Perhaps I could go with you instead. Maybe that would make chances of you dying less. I'm very confused about all of this.
Yeah. Apparently so was I. Bad judgment calls are usually my thing, so it's kind of tracks. Yeah, why don't we just go talk to Nora about this?
Wouldn't advise it.
All right.
It's gonna kill
all
me.
Right.
Maybe don't come in the room at first, though, in case she just attacks me right on.
Of course. Right.
I'll go over and is the door unlocked? I don't know. Because I'm not gonna knock and she's not gonna open up for me.
You're not gonna knock.
Oh dear, I'm gonna knock now. Ooh, bestie!
Nora uses mage hand to lock the door.
Oh, come on. Come on!
So she doesn't have to get up, she just locks the door.
I have tools I can get through here. Come on, just open the door, please. I know you're super mad at me.
Nora, evidently Talavin thinks that you're going to kill her. And based on her demeanor, I am very well inclined to believe so. She wants to know if she can answer some questions that I have. I just want to make sure what's going on. Did something happen?
She's like pawing at the door. She's like, please let me in. People can see me out here. Let me in.
Sure, Talavin. Why don't you answer all of Jin's questions? Just get it all out there. Why not?
I like shuffle back to my room, I guess.
This is interesting.
I-
He's never mad.
Yeah,
I
really.
kind of like being mad.
He just looks in between. Now both of you. What is going on? Both of you are acting like you have some kind of massive secret, some kind of childish secret.
Ooh.
Obviously, this is going to be affecting various forms of travel, and I don't like it. I'm going to get the answer out of one of you.
Oh, she got my voice.
Because I happen to know a poison master who is very efficient at making truth serums.
Oh, God. I got serious.
Now, I'm either going to utilize the love of my life, or you're going to tell me the truth.
Oh, man.
Nora, I understand if you are feeling upset, but if you actually do give Talavin permission, perhaps this whole matter can be resolved. Huh?
I'm just like looking out the door and like their direction, just like.
Wish she'd asked permission earlier, but go ahead, Talavin. Tell her the truth. What's one more person?
Talavin?
I have wings. Sometimes.
Sorry, what? understand. I understand. Because I have them. I have wings sometimes. Care to elaborate?
I just got them. Apparently, people aren't supposed to know about them. I got in a lot of trouble today for this. There's a lot of electricity in my future.
So the fact that someone is aware that you have wings is an issue.
Yeah.
You could just ask Citron to adjust their memories.
So I suggested that to Nora, and she said it was a bad idea. And seeing as which all of my recent judgment calls have been really terrible, she voted against it. So, plus I feel like that's super wrong in general. Although, like, it actually doesn't to me, but it does because, like, I kind of think of them as my friends, and I would hope my friend wouldn't do this to me. So,
Kind of.
I mean, they're my friends. I don't share all my
they're your
worldly
friends, or they
secrets with
kind
them,
of
apparently.
You're really starting to talk in circles, and it's starting to hurt my head.
I enjoy all of these people that I travel with. I didn't think it was such an issue, and it apparently is a really big issue. But it is up to everyone individually if it becomes an issue. But it's my fault because I should have done the whole, oh, I have wings explanation maybe beforehand, and I didn't. And I think I just scared them all off.
See. Is it dangerous to you?
I don't know, but I think so. Judging by everyone's reaction, I'm thinking it probably is.
Let's see. Does Talal know?
No? Unless he... No. Probably no. I'm pretty sure the only time I've ever had them out around him, he was definitely not... His eyes were not open.
That's true.
I didn't want to be like he was dead.
Right. Okay. Well, I could have a word to Citron about this.
I mean, I don't want him to erase people's memories because that's terrible. So, like, don't mention that. Don't do that.
Right. Oh. I'm going to go back. Hello. See if he needs any help with anything, and, well, have a good afternoon. Not yet noon, but...
If you hear somebody dying, don't worry. It's just me.
Very well.
Do not come running.
Good luck with that.
Yep.
Flies away.
Is there anyone else in the hallway?
No.
How far a sprint would it be to the art room? Or astrology room?
The astrology room is directly down the hall from you. Relatively close sprint. The art room is up a floor, if I'm remembering right.
I am going to take my books and my what art supplies that I have that I've been gathering around a little bit and just doing things with, And I'm gonna gather it all up and toss it into my bag of holding, and I am gonna make a break for it. To the astrology room! As silently as I can.
Look out. Look out. Get stealth check.
Oh dear, because I don't know which room they stick. That's a 14 plus 6 is a tainted 20.
Tainted 20.
Wyatt, but it might be enough for everybody else.
It seems as though you managed to make it from one end to the other without being noticed.
Did I know which room was Jacob and Wyatt's? Like, I don't think I ever saw them go into a room.
No, you were there this morning. Whenever you all were getting ready to go down there, you saw which ones were theirs.
Oh, they were on the same floor as us?
Like an hour ago.
And how far away? Do I have to pass their room?
Yes.
Ah. Gonna keep going. And if there's a lock on this door, I'm gonna lock it.
There's not a door on the observatory.
Ah, nice. Fuck. Even better. Even better. I'm making a break for the art room. Does it have a door on it?
Yeah, the art room has a door on it.
Making a break for the art room. God damn it.
Change of plans, sprint back down the opposite and hallway.
Oh, shit.
Managed to make it there. Open the door, lock it.
I'm just gonna sit in there and draw out what my life's been so far so that somebody might remember it before I die. So I'm gonna draw some meaningful paintings of just like major events that have happened.
I'm just gonna draw out my life.
Draw with the stick figures.
Actually, I did have some things that I was going to draw today. So to get my mind off of that, I'm gonna think of other really sad, horrible things. And I'm going to, because Talavin is literally a negative thinker when it comes to her family now. There's nothing positive there. She's actually going to draw, she's not going to paint it. She's going to sketch it in all black. Except for 2 figures. It'll be 3 figures in like, did my parents have like a throne room where there was like 2 chairs for my parents to sit on, like a few steps down, and like where somebody would be talking to them type area. Okay, so I'm gonna draw out that general like placing, and then I'm gonna draw 3 figures. 2 of them will have a bit of color on them. It'll be my mom and my dad both kneeling, like tied up. And then it'll be my oldest brother with like a sword, a bloodied sword in his hand, like walking towards them. I'm going to sketch that out. And then, I guess since technically I just had that dream with Babe last night, the first other sketch that I was going to make was the one of that first vision I saw in the lake with like my hand outstretched to my mother, with my 2 brothers laughing and the beautiful lavender tree and the caverns of water and my dad smiling and all that stuff.
At some point, Nora, you hear another knock on your door.
The door's still locked, technically. She's still laying on the floor. Going to say yes. She's going
Say yes?
Yeah, just say yes.
Wyatt.
Going to use Mage Hand to unlock the door. Like, you can come in. Not really moving much. Like, still like this, but then as he enters, she'll probably, like, take her hand down and raise up. Still sitting on the floor.
That comfy?
No. It's part of the point.
Mm. Didn't really ask permission, but it was the best I could do. Sorry. I told Jacob.
It's alright.
You know where Talavin is?
No, I don't. Actually, would Nora have heard her scamper by? Do you remember yourself?
Passive
Is it
perception
20?
is just barely under, so passively you wouldn't have heard her.
Nope, and I don't want to know where she is right now.
Right. He's more upset about the why didn't you trust us kind of thing than the actual. He actually thought that was kind of cool.
Well, it is kind of cool, but don't tell Talavin I told you that.
I mean, I don't know if this counts as a question. Yours look like that?
They have the same shape, but they're different colors and texture.
Huh.
Are you all leaving?
He wants to have words with her, but he'd be fine with staying, as long as he was satisfied that he wasn't, getting lied to.
Well, Talavin is, you can see right through every lie she fucking says. So,
Well, there's only a certain amount of places she can go, as long as Warrior is still in the stables. I would help you.
You wouldn't get back at her, you could let him go outside and graze for a little bit, but I feel like that would be cruel.
Do they scare you?
No. I mean, I've never actually seen anybody, with wings before. Heads up would have been nice. But, if I weren't in mid-jump trying to time myself from place to place, if it were more like watch what I can do, that kind of would have felt better. But instead, I see this happen. Mid-jump, misstep, all 20 feet, into freezing cold water. Whacked my head pretty good. Not great. So, I guess the answer is no.
Alright. Nora actually does, crack a little bit of a smile whenever he's describing his train of thought, because that it was really funny, but she's in no mood to, joke with people.
So, yeah, heads up. No surprises. I've had enough surprises. Great. Cool. I'm gonna go upstairs. He leaves. You actually watch the door lock itself back.
Well, that's nice.
He leaves.
You lock the door back. The key's on the outside.
I have the key to my room!
The car.
I mean, technically, he has the key to all the rooms, I guess. Yeah.
Talavin, after a while you hear.
Is that somebody? Oh, breaking in. Yep. Copy. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I like freeze over my. I'm sure it wasn't that long, so I'm sure I'm still working on that first piece of art, and I'm just like, oh God, no. Definitely think it's Nora coming for me.
It's Wyatt.
Fear. I close my journal.
More secrets.
More bad thoughts, I guess.
Rather bad thoughts than secrets. Walks immediately over, and much like the description of when he was interacting with Nora, he's always been very laid back, very reserved. He very rarely initiates any kind of action. Something is different about this. He comes around on the side of I guess you had everything propped up on an easel, or were you at the table?
Yeah, I guess I would have technically been at a table instead of an easel because I was drawing instead of painting.
Walks over to the other side of the table, leans in. I just had to say more words the past whatever I've had to use in my entire life. It's not an easy thing for me to do. You probably could have said something. I get it. There's things you don't talk about. Also don't spring them on people. I don't know about you. I'm human. I'm human. Human. Don't like massive surprises unless, we get an idea of like heads up kind of stuff. You're not gonna lie to me anymore.
Question, DM, have I ever... I've definitely at least attempted to lie to Wyatt before.
Yes, you've attempted. You've attempted it.
I've failed every time, though.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Whether it was a poor liar or him just being able to see right through it.
Have any of them been like serious lies or more like I'm joking? I'm just like curious to feel.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember, so I feel like they're all probably really dumb.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
So I haven't lied to him in a while. Okay, that's good. That's a step. That's a step. Continue. Continue my lecture. Yes, please. No more lying. That's fine.
You even want us around?
Yes. For your safety.
Here's what you're gonna do.
No.
Nora said the same thing. Here's what you're gonna do.
More intelligent than I am.
You're gonna go downstairs. You're gonna apologize to Jake. Because you know what? He actually cares. He cares about you. You know that whole, crush thing? He's doing that. He was doing that hard for you. Separation definitely intensified it. I know. He talked about it. Absolutely. The whole marriage thing, he probably wants that ring back. Then talking with what's his face in that basement, messed with it.
I've been meaning to give that back, but it's just a weird. I had a nightmare about it. It was just a whole thing. I got a lot of voices in my head, dude.
You're gonna go. You're gonna give it back. You're gonna apologize or some form of it. You're gonna leave me be. And that's it. If you have anything else that you might want to bring up that involves our relative safety, I don't know, special things that like, spring on us, heads up would be nice.
So just magic
No,
abilities, or like personal
anything you
issues.
can do. Just break it down to anything to make sure that there's no miscommunication between us. I just went in there and had to talk Jacob off a ledge. That's his job. It's not supposed to be my job. His job. Fine. You know what you're going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm not talking for the rest of the year. He just walks out.
Oh, fuck.
And very similarly, you watch the lock turn back as he leaves.
How finished was my drawing? My first one.
You just finished the first one.
I guess I'll leave the other one for later. I will pack my shit up, pace in the room for like a solid 10 minutes. I need Nora's help on this, and she'll kill me if I ask her, and Bay'll kill me if I ask her. I literally have fucking no one. Oh my god. This is nice. This is great. This is great. Man, it feels like old times. Old times. Ay, ay, ay. And she just like paces for a little bit, just trying to like. She's actually completely psyching herself out, but it's fine. She eventually goes down and knocks on Jacob's toe. Ooh.
Hello?
Right before that, Kinsey said that I did take the ring off and I put it in my bag of holding. I will take the ring out of the bag of holding that I am carrying around currently. And I'll just have it like cupped in my hand. It's Talavin. Can I talk to you, please?
Isn't that what you're doing right now?
Okay, you want me to talk through the door, or like this is whatever? I'm just gonna. Is there anybody around? I'm gonna sit down. Is there a crack under the door? Okay.
Very, very small crack.
I'm not going to. Not yet. I understand that you're upset with me, and I'm really sorry for that. It's not exactly how I imagined that going down. Not even the whole situation in general, honestly. I don't really have an excuse for it. I don't really know what to say except that I am sorry that I didn't tell you.
Persuasion roll.
I persuasion. No. Natural 19. 25. Alright, his charisma's high as fuck though.
You hear heavy set footsteps.
I scramble to my feet.
The door.
And like step back.
You're a thunk. The door just swings open. His forehead is pressed to the frame, but the door just swings open. Lets it swing open. The room, by the way, has been entirely packed. And this particular room, actually, is kind of an ancient Roman times themed one. There are these luxurious red curtains hanging on this four-poster bed. It looks like there are warriors and chariots, and there's even a suit of armor over in the corner, and there are weapon stands right next to the windows. It's very elegant. Feels a bit grand, but you do see that his sword was hanging up on the wall.
Is he like inviting me in, or just like we can at least talk face to face?
He swung the door open and just let it go, and his head is just leaning up against the door facing.
Oh, he looks so sad.
I know. Oh no. Are you leaving?
Thinking about it. And those blue eyes just flick over to you.
I can't meet them. I like hold them for a second and then I look away. Can't do it. Oh man. She kind of like rubs her very sweaty palms on her pants. Oh, one sweaty palm on her pants a little bit. Wyatt said, no more secrets. I'm a great liar. But if there's anything you want to ask, I will give you an honest answer.
Just one?
I can give you a couple, I guess. However many. Whatever you want to know.
I mean, what is there to ask? I mean, you were able to use those, so obviously you've got some kind of skill, so you've known about it for a while.
They're recent. I've had them. I've been training with them for a couple of months. I've only recently kind of gotten the hang of them.
Right.
I mean, I don't.
When you say a couple of months, you had an idea when we almost...
Oh, I know was that. Yeah. Yep. I was training with them at the time.
Wyatt gave a huge spiel. I get it. For him, it makes sense. About stuff that happened and things. And you know what? I get that. It's just a lot to take in a very short amount of time. You traveled all the way out here Because we thought you all needed help. And you did need help, and we ended up getting involved a little bit more than what we originally anticipated, but it's that part doesn't matter. It's the Wyatt had to come clean about a couple of things after that contract. No, we haven't known each other for years and years, not like you and your cousin, but
I mean, don't think that she doesn't know me as well as maybe she used to.
evidently neither do I.
I'm still kind of getting used to the whole telling people things. And I know that sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't. That's the problem, is that it's okay if you have your secrets, but there's a time and a place to spring stuff on people. I mean, if we were, I don't know. It was sudden, and I mean, I wasn't expecting it. And what are you even supposed to say? Oh, I mean, yeah, you don't introduce yourself that way. No, like, oh, hi, my name is Talavin. I have a cousin who's on the run, and I have wings. It's not how you start out a conversation. Fine, I get that, but
well, at what point should I tell people that my brother tried to kill me, and my other brother, who I thought was dead, killed my parents and is ruling my homeland?
What?
Yeah. You get to be the first to know my big, deep, dark secrets. Nothing seems relative anymore.
Sorry to hear that. But isn't that why you have a group of people who you can trust, who you can kind of confide in? And
I did.
I mean, we're in the campfire, yeah.
I had a group for years.
What happened to him?
I left. Because there wasn't anything that they could do to help me.
Sound like lousy friends.
They did what they could for the first period of my life, I guess. And I just needed to move on to something else. And I found Nora. And I found you all. And it's taking me a lot of time to share things that I wouldn't usually share.
Get that. Get that. How long it took Wyatt? Tell me anything?
I'm pretty sure he'll never tell me anything, and I kind of deserve that.
Even Nessie had a hard time picking up on a couple of those things for him. She only let me know a little bit because you just leave him like that.
Well, he's certainly lucky to have you.
It takes time to trust people, yeah, but you do things along the way to help earn that trust. knowing that, oh yeah, they'll tell me when they're ready. But there's a difference between, telling and the surprising.
I learned that a very difficult way today, obviously. I mean, I guess while I'm on the truth train, I have a Cory spirit that I talk to sometimes in my dreams. And maybe another celestial being that I also talk to in my dreams that guides me. And maybe another one. But she's even more powerful. Oh my god. So many life secrets.
Wait. What spirit?
She is definitely shooting me into oblivion. It's a Cory spirit that is passed down through my mother's side of the family. It's basically, I don't know, just like a spirit that is like my super, super intelligent, super beautiful subconscious. She's smoking, literally.
Okay.
Yes. Sets me on fire.
Great. So, do you mean like they help guide you, or you hear voices? Because that's two different things.
I mean, both. But no, they technically guide me. Or electrocute me into
Is it both, or they guide me?
We'll go with guide me.
That's different than voices.
If you thought I was crazy, it's fine. That too.
I mean, I think you're, within a certain region of crazy.
Yep.
I just didn't know, it came with bells and whistles. Thanks for telling me about this. The voices. It doesn't do any good dwelling over things. I mean, yeah, I'm sure we all wish things could be different. Sure.
Yeah, definitely gonna wish for that later when Nora comes for me in my
sleep. She'll be fine. I mean,
I know she seems super nice.
Why it's a good judge and stuff of people.
Yeah, she has wrath in her.
I trust Wyatt.
Not for you all. It's always been aimed at like me or my brothers, so that's good.
Good to keep that in mind. It doesn't help to dwell on stuff and things, but hope you know that, I mean, you can trust us. And yeah, we've known each other long, but I mean, he walks over to the bed and just flops down, sets his feet up on top of the bags that he had packed. Just
I have a couple things I'm going to think about, but is there a table near me by the door? So I haven't entered this room yet. And I don't really want to enter this room yet. I'm just gonna reach my cupped hand over, turn it over, and place the ring down on the table. I'm sorry I kept that so long. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn and start walking away.
It's okay. It did look nice on you.
Ooh, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna kind of stop for a second, think about that wives' folktale that painted. I'm just gonna be like, I'm getting electrocuted later. I'm just gonna shut the door.
dinner for the first night is a bit odd.
Nora does not go down.
Talavin does not either. She's in the barn. My warrior
Exactly.
hiding in the stall. For sure. They can eat dinner on their own. They'll be fine. They can all just talk shit.
Good for them.
Jin, eventually, Nora, to you, comes back and insists on being let in because that bag is not going to finish itself and Citron needs to get home.
Right. Nora did wait.
Really don't mean to press you.
Of course. So she'll unlock the door and be like, alright. There's something to do anyway.
I'm sorry. I was being pushy earlier. Can you forgive me? Will you forgive me?
Of course.
What should I use? Cannot.
You did,
Will you forgive me?
you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry you had to see that side of me or hear that side of me.
I mean, it's all right to be in a bad mood. I mean, we all have our bad days. If something's really bothering you, I mean, it helps if I know what's going on because then all of a sudden Talal, he's curiouser than a rabbit in a cloverfield. So obviously he's going to
like a rabbit.
I didn't hear anything. No.
He's going to be asking me questions if I have if anything ever comes up. I mean, I can barely hide anything from him. And only when he's really, really distracted can I ever get away with anything. So, he's going to pick up on stuff, and then from that, he's going to be worried about how I'm reacting, so that's going to pick up on everybody else. So, it helps if I know what's going on. So, I can at least disguise what I'm doing. Tell him to be quiet about it.
She got all the shit figured out so she can know all the deets.
Even if I don't tell him, just be like, "Don't worry, I've got it sorted out. I'll figure it out." But
So what?
that does not excuse my behavior from earlier. I'm sorry.
It's perfectly fine. I'm feeling much better now.
Glad to hear
Kind
it.
of glares in the direction of where Talavin is, though. It's like,
Where she thinks she is.
Yeah, like towards her room, just like, and then just like, shakes it
Talavin
up.
is sleeping in the barn tonight.
And just works on bag of holding, just keeps the door closed, doesn't want to talk to anyone. Having a job to do helps.
Talavin sleeps in the barn with her horse. Like she used to, for comfort. And tell him
Feel eyes on you all night.
Yeah. I fall asleep staring at Cessna.
Just feels really bad.
Wow. You're scary.
She goes a solid 30 minutes, and you swear she hasn't blinked.
I eventually roll over to the other side and just let her bore a hole in the back of my head. And she does. She's fine.
After the first relatively tense day, it does seem that Jin has appeased some of the other sprites as to why different people are staying in their rooms and in various places.
She's such a good friend. Can Nora express that at some point, like after a session or before a session, to not distract? Yes.
She's currently working on the lid. She's inscribing.
Such a good friend, Jin.
Certainly try to be. Wasn't always. I was one of those snooty people. Just expected it. I did people to be kind, where I was, who I was, what I did.
Well, I like you now.
I like you now. not sure who that was that came into your room earlier. You're going to have a word with the spectral people.
Hang on, she's referring to Nora in the mood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm glad no one else isn't here in your room bothering you. That'd be horrendous.
Yes. This is not how I expected today to go. Or any day for that matter.
Things will be back to normal sooner than later.
How can you be so sure?
Well, they have to be. If you hit rock bottom, you can't go anything worse.
I don't know. Talavin always finds a way.
You mean you can dig at rock bottom?
She can keep digging.
Just chatting with Jin, mainly. And not going downstairs. For like a week.
It kind of fits overall with what you were doing previously,
Yeah, exactly.
which was staying in your room and enchanting.
Exactly. And occasionally she will go to the music room and actually she will play music, but she will play the piece that Jasper wrote for her.
Oh dear.
That very specific piece. Just
There is only one time, where you accidentally interrupt someone else who was up there.
She would back away and she would let him have it. No!
You should do it with him.
You know what? I kicked myself for a week for not duetting him last week. Wordless, Nora's going to join him in a duet. As long as it is Wyatt.
Yeah, it's Wyatt. Watch as you walk up the stage. Get on. Wait for his signal. Wordlessly, he also seems to understand. Continues playing as you pick up into it as well.
Okay.
Lightly, wordlessly. Afterwards, he gives you a smile of, like, that sounded nice. A little performance check real quick. Just for kicks and giggles.
No. She knows the instrument, so she has advantage. What's your performance is +4.
I don't know my performance.
Scared. Okay, 17. That's not the worst. Not the worst.
17. If you all had an audience, it would be a stellar performance. But it's just a memory for two. Which is how he would have liked it anyway.
Yeah. Maybe I'm pushing it too hard.
At the end of the week, Talavin, you do end up having that little conversation with Spice. And throughout the week, various tensions do seem to ease. Jacob seems a little bit more relaxed. Zoom is the cinnamon roll as always. Wyatt is always moody and broody. There's a spark of something different. It's exhaustion. He's never said so many words in all his life. As he has in such a brief amount of time.
Question really quickly. I had one more thing that she wanted to paint. There's a ballroom here, correct? Was there one or two?
One massive ballroom.
The one thing that she remembers with her older brother was him teaching her a dance.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to just paint that memory. Although she doesn't put faces, that just looks like a taller and a smaller figure dancing. Like, she knows who it is, but It just looks like a child and then like a teenager. With the child like stepping on his toes, basically.
Very sweet.
That's all.
Roll a performance check and a dexterity check just in case. Curious.
See how bad she's crying while she's painting this.
It's now watercolor.
It is now water paint. Dexterity? 14.
Dexterity.
Just a check?
Just to check.
14.
14 and your performance?
Oh, I'm supposed to do both? Okay.
Yes.
That's a natural 18 plus 3 is 21.
Yeah, beautiful.
There are some abstract elements to it, but that's how you wanted it in the first place. Arch is slightly elongated. The hallway itself is slightly stretched and pulled in different ways. It helps exaggerate the movements. Nora, by the end of the week, how do you feel?
Talavin's been moving around from different rooms, never staying in one place to sleep.
Has not seen Talavin.
She's been specifically avoiding her?
Yes. Still mad. Not as rage mad, more simmer mad.
Talavin does go to the anti-gravity room every day, though. And she's actually going to practice holding her wings out longer every day. Sorry, fam. She's still going to do stuff. Because she's just going to avoid Nora. She doesn't really have to.
Make 5 Constitution saving throws.
That's a natural 1. That's 14. That's 9. That's 12. These are all terrible. This one is an 18. By the end of the week, I do a little good.
I would say, yeah, by the end of the week, you just managed to get it as... You managed to get that extra 6 to 10 seconds without it causing excruciating pain, but the rest of the week was just trash, just miserable. Every time you tried to work on it, focus and fight, just you felt drained. Your will to fight and just go get them drained from the week's events.
Does she happen to dream with Faye at all to practice her lightning resistance? Just curious. Or does Faye avoid her and she has not really good night sleeps as she's waiting for Nora to find her all week?
For the most part, Faye seems to be stalking in the woods. She makes eye contact.
That's fine.
But she's...
I'll just the entire time practice my wings coming out and then going back and then coming out and then going back and then coming out and going back.
Yeah.
And then coming out and going back.
Malik, although does show up on the first night, he hasn't found any information per se, but does give you a stern conversation of minding this particular warning that he gave many, many months ago, saying that this kind of thing was a precious thing.
After his scolding and feeling
Nora,
so mournful, I might tell him about the stuff that Bay told me, and that's it.
Okay. Nora, you have a slightly different conversation with Jasper, as he does indicate that in some areas it does seem like the spring is not thriving as well as it should be. And upon further investigation, it does seem like there were a few instances. Though no one is missing per se, there were a couple of close calls. So those areas from that point on had been avoided, hence the lack of thriving vegetation. By the end of the week, y'all do have to say goodbye to Spice. She promises that if y'all should ever need her, all you have to do is reach out to Citron, as she and her father are going to be staying nearby, just to help get things settled as they adjust to their relatively new life. At the end of the week, things are still a little tense. Wyatt is back to being relatively neutral, although he's keeping a closer eye on Talavin specifically.
It's fine.
As everyone begins preparing themselves to leave, you all exit the mansion created by Citron. Make a perception check.
Oh no. 16.
26.
Talavin, you aren't really focused on anybody else at the moment. You're reflecting. Your eye catches something on the side of the road.
Like, oh, dude.
Nora, you end up picking it up too.
I go pick it up.
She's staying away from Talavin still.
It's fine. I go pick it up.
Talavin, you walk over and see that it is a sealed envelope.
Oh, man. I pick it up and check for traps.
You pick it up and then there's a... Sure, check for traps.
Okay. What do I roll for?
This is investigation.
17. 16.
17.
16.
16 does not appear to be trapped.
I flip it around. Does it?
You look at the front. On the front, there is no writing. On the back, there is only a seal of 2 clasped hands and a cat's eye.
Do I recognize that seal?
Mm.
Okay.
No.
Not gonna ask Nora. I'm gonna try to open it without damaging it. I'm gonna rip around it so I don't damage it.
You try and make a dexterity check. Not a saving throw, just a check.
That is only a +3. That is a Seth.
6?
Yep.
Sus.
6.
6. Breaks. The wax seal. Compromised. Zip cracking. You open it. There's a letter inside.
Oh dear. What doth it say? It's in a language I can't understand, and now I have to talk to her because she can comprehend languages!
No, it's in common.
Okay.
Greetings, Talavin and Nora. Apologies for the late notice, but I am calling in one of those favors, or both, if you decide to go.
Oh no.
I am currently detained in other business, and I need some accurate accounts and fresh eyes on the scene. Something is going on in the north, specifically with the neighboring territories listed below. If you could get over there and keep me in the loop. And do what you can. Thanks. Let's see.
Oh, fuck. I look around fervently for said deliverer. Who dropped this here? I have rolled a 26 in perception. I would have seen him. God damn it. Damn rogues.
You don't see anybody. 3 towns listed are Ireland, Arkala, and Cardine. And with that, we'll go ahead and end for tonight, because it is 5:30 where you all are.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and cheers.